Hi my friend, it's time to change out to the red quilts. I'm Pat Sloan and I'd love to show you what I did. So I was actually not going to do this. I thought I'm not changing them. I just didn't feel like I had the energy, and then it was bright and sunny on Saturday, and so I did it. I went and I changed everything out. And it feels so nice. So first let me just show you the Valentine quilt that we just did, the Valentine sew along. So let me just give you that view first. So here it is in my stairway. Ta-da! And then I put this banner that I showed you the other day behind the door. So I've been hanging those things there. And we'll go back around now. So the coffee table piece is not quite done, but it's getting there. So I just have to do these three sections, so they won't take that long, maybe an hour. And then I put up, here's all my little red and white checkerboard, and I love the quilting on this. Look at this, geometric. It is so cool. I've got the panel that I did last year, just a cover. I showed you that when I showed you all the things the other day. And here is from the holiday book. And then I put the little butterflies up. Over here is one of the other pillowcases from the holiday book. And Oh My Stars, and another checkerboard. Another little table mat I'd done. Now I do have on the ladder a heart quilt. That's the one I showed you the other day. And then this is Grandma's kitchen. So I sort of folded it so that the pink and red parts were folded out. So that is a little peek in here. So being that it's Monday, we are going to go and do what's on the calendar, which is another Secret Lives of Color block. There's a lot of them for February. So let's head back over to the studio. Come down the wall of quilts, and we're going to come in, and there you can see another red and white quilt. So I changed another one up, and that is from my machine quilting book. I believe it's called Cherry Pie. It is so fun to be able to use all those different fabrics. Well, let's get going here. Today in the Secret Lives of Color is acid yellow. And I was surprised we are not back in the 1800s for acid yellow. We are much, much more current with the smiley face and emojicons. So there you go. That's a whole chapter on the acid yellow. I personally am a huge fan of smiley faces. I have been for all my life. I've always loved the smiley face as soon as it came out. So super excited to have that. I should applique a big smiley face on here. Actually, there was a whole book of all the appliques for the emojicons, and so I did a pillow for it in a sew along for the book. So that was super fun to be able to do that. Okay, this is mine, because I'm going to use these blocks that I made for, test blocks as samples of the different sizes. So I've got the glasses today. All right, what else do we have? We have a lot of other stuff. So you saw my table runner for the Valentines, and you saw the Valentine quilt hanging up. But I wanted to show you a little bit more detail about the full quilt before I hung it up. So here's a little clip. Just finishing hanging all of my Valentine, my red and whites up in the living room, the hall here, and changed out the studio. But I want to show you this one before I hang it up, because honestly, once I hang it up, it isn't coming down until I switch them again in March. So here is the finished Valentine sew along. Da-da-da! I want to show you what I did. First of all, I took one of those half square triangles and I made it the label, because that white fabric has enough a space for me to write what I wanted to write, so I didn't have any problem with that. That left me with just one random half square triangle, just this size. So that's pretty good, because the rest I used up here. Excellent. Also, it has the Scrappy Binding. I tell you, every time I do a Scrappy Binding, I'm like, oh, I love it, I should do it more often. Whoops, I just don't think of doing it like unless I've planned it. And so this is from the layer cake. So these are strips from the layer cake. I did have to, on a couple of them, when I was getting here towards the corner, I did have to shorten it so that I didn't have this seam running right in the corner for flipping it, because that's really sucks. But I had to do that on 3 of the 4 corners, like 3, there we go, of the 4 corners. So here we go. This is going out, get it right side up again, going out now in my, at the bottom of my stairs, going upstairs to the 2nd floor. So I have a nice space to hang it, and that's where it's going. So fun. I am very excited to get that table runner done, that I already have the binding. I will finish it up today. It won't take long, it's not that much. Put the binding on, and I want to show you what was left after finishing that, because I did pretty good. On the back, I'll show you the back of the table runner is also the leftover blocks and some of my pink harmony. And other than that, this is what I have left. So pretty good, pretty good. Here's a little bit. A few bigger, you know, like parts of the layer cake, not that many of them, maybe 5, and then a bunch of smaller pieces. So this is fabulous. That's all that was left from the layer cake, and I added this in, and then a little bit, and then the backings. So totally psyched up about that. Now I did notice as I was switching out pillows, I have a bunch of different pillow forms, and one of them I had gotten was this teeny tiny one, and I had used one of this crumb blocks from last year. I did this last year in 2021, and I used a crumb block and I hand stitched it with Orifil 12 weight, which was so nice. But I don't have a pink or a red that's this size. So I think I need to do that. I need to measure this, figure out what's this good size is, and either just get a piece of fabric that I like, something I really like, and quilt it and make a little pillow. So that I'm going to put on my possibility list. The other thing is I have a little place that I hang something this size, and these were from my button club. So this was up in January, a snowman. So I got out a February one. I think we did a whole year where I did them all this size. And so they just tuck into a little spot. I just use straight pins and pin them into the wall. I don't do anything special. And they have buttons on them. You can see at the bottom there, and in the middle, see that guy, that's a button. So I'm gonna hang this one up. Then, wait, but there's more. Wait, there's more. So as I was looking around in some of I don't have a lot of Valentine decorations, a few little things. I should have more, actually. I should be on the hunt. But I found a round, you call it a round robin. Round robin is usually when you take one thing and then, like, let's say I were to make this, but it was just the top. And a round robin might be, then I would send it to maybe there's 5 people in your group. So I would send this to the next person who would add a round or add sections to it. The next person would add it. And when it came back, I would have everybody's stuff. And then I would be adding to theirs. So this is a variation of a round robin that I did with some friends quite a few years ago, where we decided to make a banner that said, "Be mine," and that we would take the shape of a pennant. Let me just show you this one before I show you the rest. We would take this shape and decorate it. This is the spacer between the B and the my. So I'm going to hold it up. It is fabulous. And I need to find a good place to hang it. So here we go. Look at this. It's so cool. I might just pin it up here because I will actually see it best if I put it up on my design wall and just pin it up at the top. But I want to show you each of the letters done by my group of friends. One of them is just over the top. So each letter was decorated. I did some, I think there were maybe 3 of us all together. So some are on paper, like this is paper with fabric, and there's fabric. And then I have the spacer, which I made with the pom-poms. And then now the piece de resistance. Look at this. Look at this. Isn't that just incredible? It's 3-dimensional. This is paper. This little bird is sewn on here. This is, glittery paper. It's put onto like a heavy piece of felt. They've gotten a little curvy at the bottom. And then look at this. Ah, so pretty. Look at that. So, and with another heart button, lots of cutouts, more on paper. Some of my friends do a lot. This one's all pretty much all paper, no fiber. And then I did this one at the end. We did this in 2014. I see on the back, I wrote 2014. So I just had to show you this to you because it's like great memories. It was a super fun project. I mean, I've done a couple of things like that over the years, not a tremendous amount because they do take time and they commitment, but probably at least 10 times over the years. I actually wrote a whole book about how to run one of these, which was with my prior publisher, and it's not in print anymore, but if I can find it on Amazon, I'll link it so you can find a reseller. Okay, so we're going to do a mail call, and then I have some other stuff to show you. So mail call, this is from Joyce in Montana, who sent me such a sweet card. Look at that. Look at that. And a yummy, yummy Starbucks. Mwah. Thank you so much. Starbucks is on you today. Then I have from, okay, it says AK, but her name's in here. Anna. This is from Anna in Oklahoma. And she sent me some salvages that were printed in Holland. Isn't this cool? They were from, I think she said her daughter's mother-in-law. Is that right? Yeah, her daughter-in-law's mother. There we go. Her daughter-in-law's mother. Printed in Holland, 2 different ones. Those are amazing. I appreciate that so much. Such fun to have very unique things. Now, I also got 2 that have multiple parts. I have them in a baggie so all the parts would stay together. Such a sweet note from Lauren, and she is in Ohio. Look at that card. I love it. And there's a bunch of stuff in here. Another yummy Starbucks. Thank you. Those are so wonderful. Some fun needles to try, and a whole bunch of salvages. Just look at this. Look at that guy. Ah, now these are so fun. Lots and lots of great bees. Lots of great stuff to go through. Oh, this one has little houses on the edge. Look at that. Look how cute that is. I love it. I have to get started sometime on just doing one block. You know how that is. Just do one block. Okay, and the last mail call is from Catherine in West Virginia. And Catherine sent me a really pretty card. Let me get it out. And something warm and something sweet. Oh, look at this. I love this sort of watercolory look. Doesn't that look great for a color palette for a quilt? Then she sent this. Look. It's a super nice cowl. Now if I put it on, I'm going to just put it on, but I'll take it off because it's going to be on my mic. But see there? Ah, nice. And the yarn says that it changes color. So it says heat wave, it changes color. So I am fascinated to see how that works. And gummies. I was so excited. I'm like, and they're just red and white ones. Did you read the article that the companies have found out that we love to eat the pink candies and the red candies, but pink candies first. And so they've packaged things like pink pink starburst, like a whole bag that are just pink. And here's like, this is just pink and red. I thought that was fascinating. I actually just scrolled through the Minimal Mom the other day on her YouTube channel, and she and her sister Diana were talking about their favorite color of the conversation hearts, which was yellow. And they thought everybody liked yellow best, but no, everybody likes pink. Pink. Okay, I have got cross stitching on the go. I am so happy. I'm loving this cloth. I don't know whether it's just the quality of the cloth is a little nicer, but this particular cloth I am loving. It's like, and it makes me want to stitch. That's a good thing. So here's the pattern for those of you who are sewing along. So I'm working to get this one big one done. My goal had been to do it in January, and that didn't happen. So anyway. Now I did pick up something that I must show you. These are these panels, and I showed them to you a little bit ago because I had a couple of them. Well, I think I have almost all of them now. The half of the piece, when you order it, half the piece is a panel and the other half is the fabric. But here is the February one. Now I might just have to roll around and do February next February, like do it in December or January, because I'm not going to whip this one up for this month. But isn't that gorgeous? And then this fabric you can use to do a border. You could use it for part of the backing, like if you just like if I just fold it in half, this is, you know, enough that you could just make it the backing. But it's also, if you just quilted just the piece, they could go right on your door so that you wouldn't have to do anything else. Maybe just put a little border around it. Now I did get, this is the one I already had, which was March. So I want to show you March again because I am definitely doing March. And I'm probably going to start, I will start it here in February. And I don't know how much I will do around it. You know, I don't think I want to do it for the front door. So I think I'll do it a little bit bigger, but not much. Like maybe just put some one row of blocks around it, maybe some squares, maybe use, I just love that shamrock fabric. Maybe alternate it with some white or a dark green and just make a checkerboard around that and quilt it up. And let me just show you one more. I'll show you April, which I will do in March. I think they have one a month. This one has this gorgeous floral. Let's see what I've forgotten what they all are. I think I'm missing December. I have to go and look. I don't know why I'm missing December. Maybe it was out of stock when I ordered. But these, look, and look at the bunny. Look at the bunny and the eggs. See the eggs in there? Ah, so perfect for me because I'm a bunny lover. All right, one more thing. I've got the woodsy up here, and over here came, oh, it's heavy, came the fabric for the border. So I'm ready to put that on there and get it ready so that it can go to the spa with the other ones, and then that'll be done. Today you were doing Secret Lives of Color, acid yellow. I can't wait to see all of yours. And then the next one that we do, I can sew another section up and add it on. And I'm just loving that. So I can put it together as we go. All right, my friend. I love you. Mwah. Thank you for coming to the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.